Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge from Monday, February 13th, 2017. Welcome back from the weekend. Just to let everyone know, I got my 500 sub thank you video up, so go check that out if you haven't already. I worked really hard on it, and I just want to say thank you to everyone again, but let's get on to the news. Nintendo has revealed Splatoon 2 will have a timed demo in March, if you could call it that. For 3 days, there will be hour-long play sessions with 2 on Friday, March 24th, 3 on Saturday, March 25th, and 1 on Sunday, March 26th. They claim this is a global test fire to ensure their network can handle Splatoon 2's launch in the summer, but obviously it's an attempt at pushing sales of the Switch on an early build of Splatoon that's probably held together with strapping tape, much like my wall here. This baby could fall over at any second. Halo Wars 2 is going to see a physical release on PC, but only in Europe. It is confirmed to not release physically in the US, but you can still buy it digitally. Skate 3 has moved into EA's vault, so now those who subscribe to EA Access on Xbox One can now play it until their heart is content. Moving out of early access is Take on Mars from Bohemia Interactive. It's a simulation game about exploring the Red Planet and building your own habitat. Constructor HD is not celebrating today because the game will no longer release on January 29th as originally planned. It has been delayed until April 28th. Subset Games, the developer of FTL Faster Than Light, have announced a new game called Into the Breach. It's a turn-based strategy game that takes place on a rather small grid with graphics that remind me of Advance Wars. No release date confirmed, but it is coming to PC, Mac, and Linux. Human Fall Flat is coming to both PS4 and Xbox One. Again, no specific release date was mentioned. Fans of Swamp Thing will be pleased to know he will be a playable character in Injustice 2. Warner Brothers has released this trailer showing off his movesets, and if you want to see the whole thing, there's a link in the description down below, as well as links for sources for all of today's stories. Dear Esther Landmark Edition is releasing tomorrow on PC, and if you own the original version, you will be granted the Landmark Edition free of charge. Starbound is getting updated, which will improve the way interplanetary travel works, giving players an orbital map, something that reminds me a lot of Kerbal Space Program and looks like to be a welcome addition to the game. Once again, no exact release date planned. Digital Foundry has done some testing on the PS4 Pro's Boost mode, which will enhance performance for games that are not getting official PS4 Pro support, like CD Projekt Red's The Witcher 3. Most of the results indicate that the frame rates are better or more stable overall, but if you want to see the whole 17-minute video, there's a link down below for that too. E3 2017 tickets are now up for purchase, and as of the writing of this episode, they are still available, but if you want to know who is attending now that you've bought your ticket, or to help you decide if you still want to, DualShockers has a list of developers who are attending. This includes well-known devs like 505 Games, Activision, Bethesda, Nintendo, Capcom, Nvidia, Ubisoft, Telltale, and Warner Brothers, but for the full list, please see down below too. Right now on Humble Bundle, there is a wonderful package in the form of the Freedom Bundle, which is offering more than $600 worth of games for $30. Humble is matching the sales of this bundle up to $300,000 in a donation to the ACLU, IRC, and MSF. It hit this goal in less than 2 hours. Good for you, Humble. These are not obscure titles either. These are great games like Stardew Valley, Day of the Tentacle, Super Meat Boy, The Witness, Super Hexagon, VVVVVV, the list goes on. You only have 6 more days to take advantage of this deal, so act quickly. The ITV Hub free app is now available to Xbox One gamers in the UK. You will need to search for it because for some reason it's not showing up on Xbox.com just yet. On Friday, I completely missed this story about Valve as they are doing away with their infamous Steam Greenlight program. Greenlight is a method in which video game developers have Steam users vote on whether or not to allow that game on Steam. Instead, they will be introducing a new program called Steam Direct, which will charge a, quote, recoupable fee, which Valve is estimating to be somewhere between $100 and $5,000, depending on who really knows. How much do you think the fee to get games onto Steam should be? Let me know in the comment section down below and why. Speaking of getting games onto a platform, the creator of Yandere Simulator has finally gotten an answer from Twitch about why his game has been added to Twitch's list of banned games, citing depicting nude characters, using panty photos as a method of currency, having to murder people as the only means of dealing with a rival, and finally, violence towards children, as well as sexual harassment, again, towards children. Now, the first and the third are total bullshit, because the recently released Conan Exiles is perfectly fine to be streamed on Twitch, even though there are tons of dongers and nipple chest melons everywhere. And the only means of dealing with a rival is to murder them. Yeah, so do you remember the time when Mario politely asked Bowser to let Princess Peach go, and because he asked so nicely and said thank you, Bowser just let her free? Yeah, do you remember that? No, because you have to fucking kill Bowser! Jeez, Twitch, could you be consistent for once? Now, the second one and the fourth one I will give to them because they actually cited issues specific only to Yandere Simulator. But they could be changed easily mind you, to be allowed to be streamed on Twitch. Change the panty shots into love notes, and change the schoolgirls into college students. Bing, bang, boom, you're done. Now you got Yandere Simulator gone wild. Yeah, that one definitely is not getting onto Twitch. But Twitch refuses to work with him until after it receives an ESRB rating and he resubmits his game, something I have never heard of Twitch doing to another developer. Alright, you win this one, Twitch. Go back to signing partnerships with female streamers who have their chests out. Oh, and games with nudity and slaves are just fine so long as Lyric plays it and gets 45,000 people watching him at the same time. Am I right? I'm not kidding. A core game mechanic is taking slaves! And that brings us to our final topic of the day, the Nintendo Switch. And yes, we are going to talk about it a lot in the upcoming days because there are only 18 more days until the launch of the Switch. I mentioned Splatoon 2 earlier, and it will require the use of a smartphone app for its online features. Now, we already knew that this was going to be a feature, but I hope it's a good sign that Nintendo has their full network up and running that early. One other feature of the smartphone app will be to schedule times to play with your friends. Yeah, thanks Nintendo, you gave us the ability to make play dates. Yeah, hi Nintendo, can Timmy play Splatoon? And finally, the full specs of the Nintendo Switch hardware are rumored to have leaked, and oh boy, where do I start with this thing? It's got a quad-core ARM processor with only 3 cores available to games. The processor's running at 2 GHz with the graphics core running at 1 GHz with 256 CUDA cores. It's got 4 gigs of RAM shared between the system and the games, with only 3 1/4 available to games. Its floating point performance is just over a teraflop, which is not so good. From my understanding, if you hook your Switch up to a 4K TV, it will be able to display 4K 30 FPS video. So I guess that's nice. But overall, this does not sound like it is going to be that powerful of a machine. It will probably be very powerful when compared to tablets of similar size, but when compared to consoles of this generation, the original Xbox One model already outperforms it. Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below about what you think of the power behind the Nintendo Switch. You know what gives you the power? Knowing tomorrow's game releases for PC: City of Rot, Streets of Rot, Skyling, Garden Defense, Prototype, Boar, Elaine, Semispheres, Monkey Land 3D Reaper Rush, Oik, Neo Atlas 1469, Fumiko, Animal Lover, MX Nitro, Holy Potatoes, We're in Space, Night Z, Snake Party, Revolve, Sniper Elite 4, Fairy Fencer F, Advent Dark Force, and 9 Dragons. For PlayStation 4, For Honor, Sniper Elite 4, Ride 2, Semispheres, Vertical Drop Heroes HD, MX Nitro, and Toy Odyssey, The Rhombus of Ruin. For Xbox One, For Honor, Ride 2, Sniper Elite 4, MX Nitro, and Battle Islands Commanders. For PlayStation Vita, Vertical Drop Heroes HD. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And breaking news, Bill Gates is going to pay for Trump's wall. As long as he can install Windows. A political joke. Topical, too. Please don't hate me. This is not a political channel. I just make jokes about tech. It's a tech joke. It's not a political joke. It's a tech joke. Get it right. Get it right, people. It is what I say it is, because it is what I say. I don't know what I'm doing. Social media links are over here. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Click over here to subscribe. Click over here for yesterday's video. I'm a goof, and I love to be a goof. I'm going to go play some games after I'm done editing this. Bye. See you tomorrow.